Hi, welcome to Networks Learning. My name is Riaz Gul. In today's video, we are going to see how we can deploy Identity Service Engine on ESXi host. Over here, I have downloaded Identity Service Engine ISO file from Cisco softwares. You can download ISE image and based on that you can deploy it in either VMware workstation or ESXi host. So before deploying ICE image in your environment, so basically over here we are deploying it for lab environment. So definitely there are some prerequisites before you deploy it in the VMware environment or any virtualized environment. If you have a OVA template, in that case you can also import OVA into a virtual environment, or if you have one of the ISO file from ISO file, you can also install in your lab environment. So over here I am going to provide with the resources for installation. CPU would be 4 and 16 gigs of RAM. So I have downloaded and uploaded it to the data store of the ESXi host. This is my image, version 3.3, and it's 12.57, almost 13 gigs of image. So before moving on, I will start with the VM creation procedure. Create a new virtual machine. Next, name it as ISE 3.3. From the guest OS family, select other, and from guest OS version you have to select other 64-bit. Next, CPUs. We'll assign 4 virtual CPUs to this machine, and we will enable this option over here. Memory would be 16 gig is the minimum memory which is required by you can say ICE server, but if you have resources you can assign more than that. I'll assign 20 gigs, 20480 MB, and hard drive would be at least 300 gigs, or I'll install provide with 400. From CD drive you have to select data store ISO file, Cisco ICE, connect on power on 4 and 20480. Okay, next, finish. So this is my VM. You can see over here resources. Before that I can show you my host resources. So I am running ESXi 8 on HP Z620 with 20 core CPU, 192 gigs of RAM. So that's why I have assigned a higher number of resources to this machine. Let's power it on. So over here you have to select the options. You have to select ICE installation, keyboard, mouse or serial mouse, keyboard, monitor, system utilities, hard disk. We will select the first option. We have to install for our use. So this will process the it will decompress the ISO image, and then it will load. Almost it will take some time, so I'll pause the video, and if there are any options that needs to be configured, so I'll show you in order to short this video. So just to show you over here, it will calculate and it will observe the prerequisites based on the requirement. You can see over here it checked for availability of the resources like hard disk, physical RAM size, number of network interfaces, and based on that it will continue with the installation. So currently there is no input required from my end to the installation procedure. So if there is anything, I'll resume the video from there. So till now I'll pause the video again. So finally we have reached to the setup level of the ICE installation. It took almost 20 to 25 minutes in between for the installation. So now we are at setup console of the ICE. hostname, network surname, ISE, IP address, SSH service you can enable it. It will generate keys. Username is admin, password. So it will bring the network interface to up. Meanwhile, we can start ping request from here. Because my physical network is directly connected with this server, so that's why we are able to reach to this IP address which we configured. And also we should be able to navigate via HTTPS. Maybe it will take some time because services will take time to start. So it has checked the network connectivity, it's fine. Now it's checking the VM disk IO performance, read write. So the installation process is successfully completed, and we are here at console of the ISE server with login window. We'll log in with the credentials that we configured earlier. You can see over here. We can track the application status over here. Show application status. ISE. So it will show you all the applications and their status, whether they are running or not. So after installation is successfully completed, and we can navigate to the GUI access using the IP address that we configured during setup, which is 192.168.137.100. So hopefully we should get the session now. Or maybe one of the application or the applications, they are still in running phase or initialization phase. Once they are in complete running state, we will be able to access the GUI interface. You can see over here database listener, database server is running, but all other are not in running state. So slowly and gradually these will be in running state, and after that we will be able to log in. So finally the application processes are ready. You can see over here application status using the application status ISE command. So all the services are running now, and we are able to navigate to the GUI access using the same credentials. We have to log in. So this is the call home telemetry service. I'll provide it later. Accept and close. Administration, system, deployment. Since this is a standalone node, so I'll be using for all the services. Licensing will be using the evaluation license. and you can see over here this is ISE VM K9, and in the about section of the ISE you should get some details. Name, system time, personas, role, and version is 3.3. So that's how you can install the ISE server on VMware infrastructure using ISO file. It will take some time. In between I pause the videos multiple duration for multiple duration, but in your case maybe if your system is new and you have some updated hard disk, or I can say SSD, then in that case you will have a small amount of time for the installation, but otherwise it will take some time. In my case it took almost 30 to 45 minutes. So that's how you can deploy it. So make sure you subscribe my channel for other videos, and thank you so much.